All right. Good evening, everybody. It is. What is today? A Monday. It is a Monday. And are my settings reset today? I swear to God, today. No, not full screen. Borderless. Borderless. I don't know why that changed. Hey, Gideon. Howdy, Dragnos. Liquid. Hey, Gold. Gold, I hear that, very similar to a church, you had a break-in because you've lost an organ. I'm sorry, not my best work. Not my best work. And Gideon, I am sorry, I have not been around in a hot minute. Things have been progressing very busily with the bookstore, and it unfortunately has taken a lot of my time that I could dedicate to streaming. Howdy, Wolf. Hey, DK. And DK, what do you mean we don't need to pull up the... We don't need to pull the power plants anymore? Hey, Forsaken. Gideon, there's not much of a website for it yet, because we've been running it out of the back of a trailer. You know what? We're gonna keep it classic. It is also PT. But we're looking at opening up a brick and mortar location. That's the reason I've been gone a lot, is because I've been looking at a ton of places. And it turns out when you're looking for a location, the world is not at all like HGTV, where you just look at 3 properties and then decide between those. Hey, Kai. I mean, Gideon, you technically can order... I mean, okay, with you being across the pond, I actually don't know if you could. I don't know, man. Let me find out. What is this? I don't know if you can, man. I'm gonna try to find it. I'm gonna try to find it. I don't know. Yeah, see, Gold, actually, if anybody has experience looking at leases, I would love to ask some questions about that. Because we've got a lease for a place we've been looking at, and we've been going back and forth about some of the amendments on the lease, because there was some stuff on there I didn't like. We've been going back and forth on some of that, and I want to make sure I'm not getting screwed over. Because, you know, the thing about Arkansas is tenants have 0 rights whatsoever. Like, you could rent a place that is falling apart with no roof, and you are compelled by law to keep paying rent even if the landlord never fixes it. And they can basically go, you're out of here, and then you got to get out. Like, there's no, you know, rules about that. Hey, Sidewinder. Hey, Chris. So, DK, you say soft death is gone. Are we still exploding? Like, are we still, you know, explodo, bro? I don't even know what to take. Like, I want to test some of this. Maybe we'll test it with a clip. I feel like the Clipper is a ship that would fall apart pretty easily.
Goodbye.
Because, like, I have been gone so long, and I've been trying to read the patch notes, but it's like, oh, this patch, things are super cool, and then this patch, it's like, things are awful. And now it's like, oh, things are super cool again. So I just, you know, I'd want to see how things go. Hey, Indrid. Oh, Coyote, why? Why? Why would you do that?
Your vehicle has been visitors again.
Thank you, Coyote. Thank you. Although that is still my most hated song. Oh, I need armor. DK, that's good to see. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Gideon. Gosh, it has been 38 months. Thank you, Gideon. You know, Gold, I don't know what's worse, Baby Shark or Little Drummer Boy. Yeah, you see, Gold, that's actually one of the things, because all right, so this is what they want, Gold. In the contract, they originally wanted us to cover maintenance on the HVAC system and want us to get like a contract to get it serviced yearly. And then if anything had to be done, in addition, we would have to pay $750 and then they would cover anything else past that. But that's yearly. Like that's up to a year. And I'm good friends with one of the businesses in the same building, and they said they don't have anything like that at all. That sounded suspicious, so I brought it up, and they were willing to amend it to, if we get the contract for maintenance, that can be included towards the $750. And I think they struck the per year part, but it still looks shady to me. Yeah, DK, I think the maintenance is like $400 a year, $450 a year. Oh, Gideon, not at all, but I need something that I can get shot up. And my Caterpillar doesn't have real components yet. I feel like the Corsair is just a little bit too big for what I wanted to do. I'm gonna go do a contract and let a ship shoot us up just a little bit. I want to see how this thing handles, or like all the maintenance stuff handles in real usage. Looks like it's on the ground. Oh, super! Thank you, man. Thank you, super. The Merry Christmas to you too.
Bounty's all yours. Get locked and loaded and take him out.
Landing gear up.
Good to see you, man. Really, Indrid? Let's see how that goes. Hey, Parker. Yeah, Gold. See, I'm not used to being able to actually negotiate that stuff. You know, when you're just like a tenant, like someone living there, it's always like, please, God, let me in. Exactly, Kai. Exactly. And Parker, I appreciate it. Like, it's not, you know, set in stone yet. Definitely not set in stone yet. Because the place that we want... Like, it's the place we want the most. That's why we're chasing it. It's just, again... Arkansas, not a lot of laws to protect us. Like, okay, also in the contract, the landlord is under no obligation to cover anything, and we're on the hook for everything if any damages are incurred from failure to maintain the place. Which we got that one kind of fixed a little bit. But it's basically if they don't repair the roof at all, and it starts to leak and a bunch of books get damaged, we're on the hook for it. See, DK, like, that's what I've been kind of trying to do. I'm also good friends with the people who rent in the same building, so I've been able to talk to them about what they've experienced. Because they don't have one of those in their contract at all about the HVAC. Like, the landlord is on the hook for the HVAC system. Yeah, Gideon, that's fair. I mean, you guys have a lot more, you know, protections for renters and things like that. Over here, it's like you have to pay money even if you can't even live in the place. But it is also one of those businesses that owns, like, you know, half the city. So there is that. There is that. It's not just, you know, renting from some mom and pop that happens to own a big building. Oh, what was I thinking? That's not going to be able to do much damage to me, is it? Can it? Maybe it can. Alright, beat me up a little bit, give me a black eye. You know, Gold, actually, I haven't. That's a good point. I see it stopped shooting. Yeah, see, DK, like, I've talked to them a lot, and they don't really care about signage. There's a parking lot across the street, like... It's one of those places where you have to do the parallel parking if you want to park right out front. Okay, I don't think this guy's gonna give me what I need. I mean, it is also the entry-level bounty ship. Hey, kid. Yeah, Jackie? Tell me more. Oh, Ken. Thank you, Ken. Thank you. And I don't have a bingo to give away, Ken, but I do have some other goodies. I don't know if we want to do them today. You know what? We can probably get rid of this thing and maybe find a tougher bounty elsewhere. So I forget. Does the Mustang... Well, never mind. I'm gonna say, does the Mustang actually have components modeled?
Nice job taking them out. Hope
No,
you came through.
no, DK, that's fair. That's fair. Nope, nope, nope. Okay.
System online.
I love Toby, but there we go. That's what I needed. So it's so hard to use when I'm not in combat. Okay, alright. Nothing really took damage, it was just hull. This thing has an engineering screen somewhere, right? No, see, DK, like, that's what we've been doing. We've been doing all pop-up events so far. And it's definitely a lot cheaper than rent. But, oh, right, it's down here. I would like a permanent location. And we're not exactly going to have to worry about official payroll. Or at least, you know, paying minimum, because it's just going to be us. That's medical. Am I an idiot? Is the engineering right there? And did I just go the long way about bypassing it? There we go. All right. Does that look like a lot more than 98% to you guys? Nah, Gideon, you're good. You're good. I know it's super late over. And Wolf, I don't know if you've ever listened to the clipper on the outside, but it sounds like a two-stroke engine idling. Like, I don't know if you can really hear that. But it sounds like a two-stroke engine on a golf cart. Where could one find? I'm glad the deliveries are back. This is odd wording, but whatever. Hey, Raymond. Maybe we'll get beat up on one of these. You know, I've never actually done these. Never messed with Gilly. And Ken meds have been taken.
Thanks for signing up for my comment. Just to introduce myself,
And Waffle is doing good as well. Wow, he talks a lot. Can I? But you know, DK, like, it wasn't all peaches and cream. One of the reasons they got rid of it was because if you had people who were trolling and slamming on the pads, nobody could take off. It was so annoying.
Now that you're in position, we can start the lesson. Stand by.
Jen, you're probably right.
Hostile spotted. Give him what you got.
I don't see a hostile.
Contact.
Hey, Sarone. A clipper. Well, I guess it is the first mission.
Where are you? Help me!
Oh, Ken.
Shit.
Ken, let me ask. You got all your school covered, right? That's the biggest thing. Hey, Shaggy. Because here's the thing. I want to mess around with Star Citizen in VR. I hope my 3080 Ti can handle it.
Congratulations. Target is destroyed.
I don't even think that thing shot at us.
Catch your breath. The next one is on its way.
I mean, Ken, for $30, you could just, I don't know, skip a couple of fancy lunches and try it out, see how you like it. And then later on, go to VR. That's not the worst idea. Oh, Disco, you don't like Peak? Okay. I kind of feel the same way. I have issues with Peak. Which I'm glad that I can talk about here, because I've got a friend that loves Peak, and I hate playing it. Because it's basically constant anxiety simulator. At no point in Peak do I feel like, yes, I can breathe. I've got a moment. But I know a lot of people love Peak. Peak. Oh, hold on.
Wave clear. Here comes the next.
Do you guys know those things have boxes in them?
Contact. Shield system is hit.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, Andrew, that's fair. I mean, how would streaming in VR even work anyway? I feel like that would be terrible to watch. What are these targets? This feels terrible. Like, why are we picking on, you know, a prospector? His EM's going down. Oh, right, Disco, I forgot. Peak season, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. We scan these ships and find out the health of their components. think that's true. You think I could go in and shoot the guy from the inside and it would count? That's right, Raymond. Happy Luminalia to all. So what are they doing for these ships that, you know, don't have components modeled? Like the Caterpillar, for one. You got a fire in there, buddy? Whoops. Wolf, I don't think I am. Like, Snowfall is the basic cooler on the Prospector. That's, you know, destroyed. Oh yeah, now his IR is dropping hardcore. Huh. Interesting. You can see the fire extinguisher attachment. Well, good, Raymond. I'm glad to hear that. Like, I don't think the engineering is working as well as it could because they've got a lot of tech debt that just isn't compatible with the system they want to do. But the VR thing has been a surprise Christmas present, and for that, I won't complain too much about engineering. Okay, I guess I should just shoot him. I just wanted to watch the ship explode from fire. So, oh, Raymond, I'm glad to hear that. I just remember, like, when VR was one of those things where it's like, yeah, you might have the top-of-the-line graphics card, but good luck even doing anything with it in VR, and just, you know, I've never really got to try VR. So, you know, DK, that's a good option. Do we know where the power plant is on this thing? Maybe we'll just tear it apart with these. Maybe that'll do something.
Congratulations. Target is destroyed.
Hold it off. Another lesson learned. Hit the showers. Celebrate. And I'll see you when you're ready for the next one.
Well, I guess I see the point of having ballistics now. Ah, gotcha, DK. Have they modeled the power plant out for the Prospector yet? And Sithith, I don't know. I haven't messed with a Connie in a long time. Do they still have the coolers in the engines for the Constellation? Because if they do, that's lame. Maybe these guys will shoot back. What? Oh, I bet there was an update. I bet there was an update. Well, let's find out. Sully, it should. I haven't actually zoomed in yet, but I think the Prospector has not had its components modeled yet, because you gotta remember that is an ancient ship. Yeah, I can. I do believe they said they were looking for a release candidate today. I don't see anything. Is there an announcement? Let's go look. Ah, thank you, Talos. Okay, so it was that. Patch notes, patch notes. You know, Talos, there was a trivia question the other night that I think you would have been able to answer. It was a Skyrim question about a man who ascended to godhood in the Elder Scrolls setting. The worship of him was outlawed by the Falmor. And a lot of people did not know the answer. Yeah, that's what it is. Patch notes, patch notes, patch notes. I'll tell you what, I'll copy and paste them to you guys if you want to take a look at them. Wait, DK, did they adjust weapon range? Oh, come on. Well, they added the full canisters to shops. That's nice to know. Yeah, Seneth, if you want to, like, I'm down for that. Waiting on this update to go to, not live, but you know what I mean. All right, while we're sitting here, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Have you ever heard of a musical called Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark? Hey, too fast. The reason I'm bringing it up is because I feel like it shares some similarities with Star Citizen because it is the most expensive musical ever made, and hopefully that's the only similarity, because it absolutely bombed. The thing was a huge Broadway flop. It was also very dangerous. But the reason I bring it up is because I was listening to some of the music, and there's a song that Green Goblin sings called "Freak Like Me Needs Company," and they had a what do you call it? They performed it on David Letterman way back in the day, and if you're going to listen to the song, I would highly suggest watching the David Letterman one on YouTube. Like the studio version is also great, but man, is it catchy. Man, is it a catchy tune. Sorry, that doot-a-doot is me. Because, like, it's supposed to be a villain song, but it doesn't even sound super villainous. It just kind of sounds like Green Goblin is coming out of the closet. It's like, I'm gonna be evil, but also very catchy and campy. Like, it's so campy. Like, if that musical is 1 star, Patrick Page, the guy who plays the Green Goblin, is that star. Hey, Garflog. Yeah, Coyote? You know, my very first CD was like a 60s compilation. Sorry, it's updating, so the quality of the generic screen might be degrading. You know, I wish I'd put more stuff in these patch notes. Because I know they made a lot more changes than just these. I like this potential fix of vehicles on display for sale will catch on fire due to power plant failure with the resource network. Yeah, Ken, I wouldn't, like, if you're only dropping it just to see, like, you know, the PTU, I would save your $10, man. Look at it this way, Ken. If you're not a subscriber for 3 months, which is usually about how long it takes for these things to come out anyway, that's your eye tracker right there. You know, Simple, I didn't. Okay, so, man, when RuneScape was a thing, my internet was not fast enough to run RuneScape. I could not run things with graphics. I had to play MUDs, like Medivia. And ain't nothing wrong with Medivia, it's just, you know, it was a MUD from 1994. And I know some of us here are old enough to remember what MUDs are. Alright, it finally updated. Alright, we can finally get back into the game. And even then, I would experience lag while playing a MUD, because my 56K modem would only connect at 16K. You know, Ken, I don't know. I've never actually messed with the eye trackers. Simple was Ultima a MUD? Like, this was text-based. You know, like, we had to read everything and, like, you know, type things like west, bash skeleton, backstab, cast cure critical, and then the name of whoever was in your party. Because it was multiplayer. Like, you could play it with your friends. That's it, Coyote. Multi-user dungeons. Yeah, I was around for multi-user dungeons. You know, I say that. Medivia is still around. I do enjoy Medivia. I will say, if any of you guys are a classic D&D player, and I mean like 2nd edition, Medivia actually goes pretty much off the 2nd edition rules. Like, it even uses Thaco. You guys remember Thaco? I know people like to make fun of Thaco, but it wasn't that hard. It just went in a direction a lot of people aren't used to. Like, you know how you can add better than you can subtract? That's basically all Thaco was just subtracting. And since it's a mud, and therefore on the computer, it does all the math for you. Indrid, what if I told you that 4.0 was my introduction to D&D? Could we still be friends?
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Oh, Kai, that is beautiful. Also, Indrid, you might want to look at 5th edition. I think they've done an overall decent job with it. The new 2024 book, it fixes some things while making other things kind of nah. Like, it doesn't really feel like wizards have their own unique identity. And maybe that's just because as a wizard you can already do so many things that it's kind of hard to make that a specialization. Because the whole point is their wide array of utility.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Well, Raymond, I'd say probably these days it's the easiest, it's easier than ever to try it out. Especially if you don't mind the internet. The tough thing is, Raymond, finding a group that you can mesh with, because there are millions and millions of D&D horror stories out there, because it is a social game. And it turns out not everyone, jives. And also at the end of the day, you have some people that are just narcissistic sociopaths. Oh, yeah, Sea Wolf. Okay, I miss 1st edition of Pathfinder.
Welcome.
Haven't really looked at 2nd edition.
System.
What are we doing? What do we do? Right, we were going to test something with the constellation, weren't we? I'll need to go buy a constellation. Which means I have to fly to Lorville. We'll do it with this cutlass.
Your vehicle has been delivered.
Oh yeah, Divinity. Raymond, I didn't watch it live, but I caught up on all the awards. I'm kind of sad that Dispatch didn't win anything, because in my off time, I have finally played that, and that was fun. I'm glad that narrative storytelling is coming back. I'm glad that we've had, Telltale come back as Telltale, and then Ad Hoc, and, all those. Hey, Alec. Raymond, I caught a little bit. I know we're getting that D&D Warlock game, and I'm gonna bet $20 that I already know how it's going to play. I also saw we're getting, new Divinity. I guarantee you that Warlock game is going to be a third-person shooter where we use Eldritch Blast for our guns. So basically we can, double pistol things. And there's going to be a upgradable tech tree similar to Far Cry. where we can invest points as we level up to increase our abilities and powers. That, you know, narratively is our increasing bond with our patron. Gold, I bet they do. Gold, how you covered, man? The whole appendix thing. Anybody feel like the Cutlass is kind of underpowered now? Like, once you put power to all your baseline things, like, you have to sacrifice everything just to get full power to engines.
Shield system offline. Shield system online.
That don't feel right. That don't feel right.
Launch complete. Landing gear up. Engines offline. Engines
Why?
online.
I'm sorry, can this thing not support itself?
Shield system online.
Can the Cutlass literally not support itself?
Shield system offline.
It
Engines online.
literally...
Engines offline. Engines
It-
online. Weapons.
It can't support itself. Holy crap. And this is a release candidate? Do they... I mean, the Cutlass is kind of a popular ship. Do they know? Hey, Dragnos, glad to hear you made it home. Yeah, Alec, I don't like that. Yeah, I do the same thing. I think a ship's basic power plant should be enough to at least power it without having to do engine shuffling. Yeah, hold on, let's find out. Power that. Okay, so that's base power and SCM. Oh, now it's keeping this. Why did it do that? Huh, why did it hate us in the beginning? Hey, Gruff. Not too bad. I've just been so busy and it's kept me away from Star Citizen and stream stuff. I feel so out of the loop. Like, I've been touching so much grass and freezing too. Oh, we've had our cold snap finally in Arkansas. We were set up yesterday at a brewery. And man. Raymond, has been going well, although slightly slower in these cold months. Because it turns out it's hard to get people to go out and about when it's like freezing. Because yesterday the high was like 34 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 1 degree Celsius. And most of the day it was at freezing or below freezing. And it turns out there's not a lot of people on the street out and about. Because in Arkansas, when it gets cold, people are like, oh, I'm not going anywhere. I would also say I've just noticed a lot less shoppers in general this year for Christmas. Which makes sense, you know, a lot less people have a lot less money and all that. Like, I was in Target the other day, and it was dead. Like, you know, usually people are doing all their Christmas shopping and stuff, and it was just... there's nobody in there. Yeah, Parker, I heard about the VR bonanza, and I'm glad that the VR players are finally getting stuff. I don't know, Indrid. I think it'll be okay. Yeah, see, Coyote, we have, and I think that's kind of one of the reasons that we want a brick and mortar store, so like the intolerable months, we can still have a store for people to come to. Yeah, Ken, but this is Arkansas. The concept of ordering things online is still kind of new to us. And I remember how last year was. Last year was packed. Yeah, see, BJ, that ain't my kind of weather. I much prefer the cold. Well, Sunith, I'm about to go pick up a Taurus. I mean, you've probably already tested it, but, you know. What are we doing with this Taurus? What is... And, you know, if the store doesn't work out, then I'll come beg you guys for money to bail me out or something. Or maybe the government. Who knows? Oh, Seneth, I didn't even think about that. I didn't pick up my canisters. Yeah, DK, that's actually what we want to do. The place we're looking at, there's this nice large room, and we were thinking about hosting movie night.
By the beards of antiquity.
Hey, Gold!
By the beards of antiquity.
Thank you, Gold! Wait, why did I go? Okay, there we go. There we go. Thank you, Gold. Thank you.
By the beards of antiquity.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you so much. I'm glad it's repeating again. I have changed literally nothing, but I'm glad it's repeating again. I've missed the spam. Hey, was? Also, did I see Jimbo sneak in here?
You are leaving the safe zone.
I forget how tall the Clipper is. Such a tall ship.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
Sorry, I was watching that one take off. Oh, thank you, Ken. Thank you, man. Tell you what, you guys want to do a giveaway tomorrow?
Torpedo burrito.
Thank you, Coyote. I'm sorry it wasn't the Wookiee. If you want, I will go in and just play the Wookiee, though.
How's it going? Yeah.
Hold
Sometimes
on,
I
Raymond.
think
What have I
about
missed with all the hauling stuff?
We're so connected all the time that we're
How's it
almost
going?
disconnected, you know?
Yeah, it was the Cutlass, the Caterpillar, the Starfarer. There's a lot of ships missing out on engineering right now. So I want to know, like, if they can take damage or like what their deal is. You know, Raymond, that's a good question. That's a good question. I should probably try to make it the regular time. So, Zenith, you have your Taurus. Hey, Cindy. Happy Luminalia indeed. Let me put it like this. I have at least 2 ships to give away. And if I can remember the password to some other accounts, because, you know, I've had to make some accounts sometimes to grab a referral bonus that I liked, I'll have 4 ships to give away.
Hey.
Say what, Zenith, I might ride with you. If you're here. Oh God, Coyote, I forgot about that. Oh, she left me. It's cool. I'll go grab my ship and I'll follow Zenith. Ah, got you, Raven. Okay, now I'm caught up. My bad. Cindy, that might still be borked. You're good, Zenith. You just want to meet up at Everest? Like, are we getting the what do you call those? The Cambio things?
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
No, Dragnos, I'm okay with that. Like, the Christmas patches are always kind of a bit of a difficult time.
Your vehicle has been please visit us again.
Why do I do that? I shouldn't do that. I should never do that. Right, Parker. Oh, this isn't my hometown, though. Yeah, no hometown. So I'll need to go buy them. But if Zenith is here, I'll just go with a ride on hers. Okay, Zenith, you tell me where you're going, and I'm just gonna follow you. I'll follow you in my own Taurus. How about that? Oh, Raymond, you should totally let him buy you the whole sea. Yeah, did it really go away? Did it really decide to go away?
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Zenith, do you want me to attack the Taurus? And if so, do you want me to bring like ballistics or energy? Because you're utilizing a Taurus. I could bring a, I don't know, Buccaneer, the Shiv. And yeah, Ken, you gotta get kitted out even more now.
Please visit us again. Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I do have a Shiv. Shiv. Shivvy. Oh, you know what I didn't do?
Your vehicle has been deliberately
I should have spawned this thing at our corpse so I could put the fun paint job on it. I mean, Raymond, if he was gonna gift you a whole sea, I mean, you know. And if you think about it, it'd be rude to turn it down. You know, it's a gift, and you know, why deny a gift when it's a token of someone's love for you? Yeah, that's it. Man, what a dour interior, you know? It still doesn't have, what do you call those, components. It's got a fuse, though. Do you work? Wow. None of these work. There we go. Okay. I don't think you guys are actually... Oh my god, are those on the outside of the ship? Yeah! And a fuse. And a fuse. But no, Cambio shooter things, so. But I think we're gonna go beat up, Zenith's Taurus, anyway. Yeah, see, this thing does the same thing. Where it can't, Interesting.
Friendly fire.
The... Yeah, buddy? You had to leave that? Armistice... That's littering. That's on him. Right above my landing pad.
Shield system online.
Like, littering is the real crime here. Hey, Pravetta! Good to see you, man. I hope you and yours are doing well. I mean, Indrid, okay, I think you did the right thing there, because it's like, the Hornets and stuff, like, they're great hangar queens, but... You know, how many ships do you need to be able to go, look at my stuff? Exactly, Cindy. Don't mess with Texas. You guys know that the whole don't mess with Texas thing was an anti-littering campaign? Yeah, Sea of Wolf. The things we do to keep Star Citizen beautiful. Yeah, Cindy. Don't Mess with Texas was all about keeping Texas clean and not littering. It lasted longer than the campaign. And then people do the whole, don't mess with Texas. And then toss their big gulp out the window. How much lag is there? All right, Seneth, where are we meeting? I know you said Ida. But I've already forgotten where on Ida. Well, maybe I'll just go to Seneth. No, I don't need to see my ship. What if I come to you and that way we don't get bothered by any sort of enterprising do-gooder? Right, DK? I want someone to love me the way that Texans love Texas. Hey, Sapper. Alright, Zenith, how about OM5? Alright, here I am, chilling at OM5. Having a time. What fun guns. You know what? We're on a shiv. We don't need life support. We don't need engines. Okay, maybe a little engine. What the crap is that? Is that... Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I hate that. Oh, that's... Oh, that's... Jesus Christ. Those headlights are a weapon unto themselves. Why are my headlights so green? You know, so that's a good question. Let's find out. So I've got you targeted. Okay, so I can see your turret. I can see your guns. I can see something right here. Crap is that? Is there a way to target those things? Oh, Zapper, it's had a lot of shots. I mean, that looks power planty, or... You know, I get why, but I hate that all these components are just squares. Yeah, DK, have a good one, buddy. Have fun with the rest of your evening. No, Raymond, that's a good idea. Let's see how far back we can get. Okay, it's kind of impossible to tell. Huh. There they go. Now they're activating again. Okay, maybe that. Is there a way to... My sub-targeting is working correctly. Yeah, see, Zenith, I've got 2 squares here. I can try lighting them up and see if they take damage. Like, I know that's a shield. Looks like 1 power plant, or maybe 2 power plants. I don't know how to tell what I'm looking at. Like, is there a thing that I should scan? Hey, Waffle. You want me to light them up? Alright, I'm gonna give him a little bit of ballistics.
Friendly fire. Friendly fire.
Alright, what you got? I'm sure they'll have to take more damage, but I don't want to, you know, overload them. Also, to go back to mentioning that we've got all these supplies in the lockers now, where would that be on the Caterpillar? Because I don't think the Caterpillar's ever had internal storage. And also, how are we supposed to repair these? More, you got it. I'll wait till you type stop.
Friendly.
Or, you know, these things overheat.
Friendly fire. Friendly fire.
Alright, what about now, Seneth? What's it got? I mean, Ken, maybe. Nah, Cindy, I want the damage mitigation so I don't, you know, accidentally blow it up. Indrid, I can access this one. I'm going to assume that that is, I don't know, a cooler, probably. So, Seneth, it's still at 100%, huh? Maybe they're not subject to damage since we can't repair them? Let's see if we can get to the armor.
Friendly fire. Friendly fire.
Alright, I know you've taken hull damage. Alright. We'll try here.
Friendly fire. Friendly fire. Friendly fire.
Now is it taking damage? Looks like you've lost shields. Critical. Cool. How do you repair that? Oh wait, you said critical. I'm gonna back up just a little bit. Oh, I did, Ken. I did. It might look delayed, but I stopped as soon as I saw it typed. Nah, Sap, I want to do that. Waffle, I think it's just size 4s. They're kind of special, bespoke size 4s, if I remember right. That's a good question, Indrid. What was wrong with it? I mean, Seneth looks like she's been using it fine. Now, the question is, can I take these off and put them on something else? Or are these bespoke to the gray or the Shiv? Because I sure would like to use them on something else. Ah, there we go. Yeah, see, Senate, that's what worries me. Is all these ships the power plant is going to go critical on, but there's no way to repair them. And one of those ships is, unfortunately, the Caterpillar. And you know how I feel about the Caterpillar. Are they, Raymond? No. That. Don't like that at all. Oh, do you, Indrid? Well, thank you for telling me. Now I have to keep the ship forever. See, Parker, did they not fix that? I thought someone said they fixed that. Oh, thank you, Seneth. Yeah, Sapper, it really is. I I hope they give people that own a Cutlass like a loaner ship, because it's going to be difficult to fly the stuff without things like that. Well, what should we test now? I would like to test keeping things running during a combat situation, but it's going to take a long time to get us to a combat situation where that would actually matter. Ah, got you, Indrid. Yeah, Zenith seemed to be able to use hers okay. Hey, Brandy. I am doing okay. Though I've been very busy working on stuff for the bookstore. We are hopefully, tentatively, opening a brick and mortar store early next year. Just been going back and forth on some of the paperwork. Also, if you know a good lawyer, let me know. Just need someone to look over a lease and tell me what we need to try to change on it. I would also like to stream or do something with the bookstore online. I miss you guys. Like, I know a bookstore is not as fun as Star Citizen, but still. Waffle, it has a single represented power plant. And I don't think it has coolers listed anywhere. I mean, we could find out. We could find out. Oh, Raven! Man, those took a while. Now, Cindy, I mean, like, to watch, like, okay, like, it's like NASCAR. Watching it on TV, boring. Being there yourself, whoa, exciting.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
I don't feel like we got there. You know, Waffle is strangely camera averse. He seems to know what they are. And I usually have to catch him where I already have my phone in my hand and just kind of slowly, subtly point it towards him. Yeah, Raymond, they've had you on the back burner for a hot minute.
Quantum drive is now off.
Yeah, Brandy, we sure do. Because, Brandy, right now we're currently operating out of a 16-foot trailer, so we're running it as a mobile bookstore. And we have new and used, and we're focusing on just sci-fi, fantasy, and horror. But we do both new and used books. I'm really proud, Brandy. The other day, I went to pick up a bunch of used books from a guy. He posted them on Facebook and he was only charging $1 each. And I know I brought this up before, but one of those books that I only paid $1 for was the Illustrated Dune. And if you're not familiar with it, you should go to Google right now and look up Illustrated Dune and see how much the Illustrated Dune is going for. And yeah, we do still plan to do mobile as well, because that one we've been doing a lot of like events, pop-ups, things like that. But I like having regular business hours. And also, it gets cold. It was 34 degrees maximum yesterday, which is 1 degree Celsius for my Celsius friends. And it would be nice to have like an actual storefront. Now, Sineth, you know how to get into combat a little bit better than I do. Can you think of a situation that we could quickly get into like a competent NPC fight?
You are leaving the safe zone.
Just so we can test engineering? I mean, like, I guess we could do PvP, but I kind of like the idea of both of us being there and also cooperating slightly. But I did plan on utilizing the bookstore for reading off a couple of short stories to you guys. Yeah, exactly, Alec. And I got it for $1, so there's going to be profit there. I mean, Sith, I would say, you know, a fight that would require at least something size 2-ish, maybe. Oh, if you've already got all 8 ghillie. How about a Star Lancer tack?
Welcome.
How would you feel about doing combat in that? Or what is another ship that has actual components?
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Now, Raymond, is this the one where they thought there might be false results and they needed to redo it? Or weird results and they needed to redo it? So I know I've been away for a little while. Oh, Perseus. I mean, that kind of feels like overkill, Dragnos. Actually, I don't have a Perseus. Sineth, you've got a Percy, right? You know, I kind of regret letting the Perseus go.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
I kind of wish I'd kept it. Is your Perseus here, Sineth? Actually, do I still have that CCU? I do. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's test the Star Lancer.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Like, well, hold on. What is the shield situation on the Perseus? Are they size 3s? Like, I need a ship that can get punched up. I don't want it to be invincible. Yeah, alright. We'll tell you what, we'll do a Perseus then.
Visit us again. Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Why can't I move?
Please visit
Why?
us again. Welcome
Why can't I move?
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle selected. Stand by.
I can't move. Oh no. I have committed something wrong.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Yeah, I've hit enter. I've hit escape. I can't even open my Moby glass. Seneth, could you knock me out? There we go. Thank you, Parker. Although, Seneth, if you want, you could still knock me out. I don't mind. Why are we not friends? All right, it's PTU. What a good friend I have in Parker. Grab my little outfit here. Actually, hold on. Dress in style. Where's my legs? Where'd my legs go? There they are. Alright, so we got that. I'll probably need that. And I'll just use the cambio stuff we have on board. Alright. Gotcha, Raymond. Okay, okay, now I'm caught up. I apologize. I feel like they've had you running around a lot more than they really need to, man. We see, Parker, this just shows how far out of the loop I am. I haven't been around, you know? I've become a casual. All right. Who's flying this buggy? Ooh. You know, whenever I get on ships or something, like any sort of vehicle that's under fire, I always want to quote Hot Shots, like the second one, where like the president shows up while they're under fire. It's like, this buggy going to America? You got it, Seneth. I know, Sapper, I shouldn't say the C word. And Raymond, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Enjoy the walk.
You know, I think these power plants can be a little bit, I don't know, bigger.
Take off. Please proceed to side landing bay.
Landing gear raised.
You know, to quote Bruce Campbell from Tachyon the Fringe, whoa, that's a big gun.
Shields.
That's right, Alec. I want to get this thing beat up a little bit. Oh, Parker, I cannot wait. I mean, the thing is 3 times as wide as a caterpillar. Yeah, Indra, Tachyon the Fringe, where Bruce Campbell played Jake Logan. You could either work for Bora Mining or Galspan. Bora being the plucky little underdogs who don't know how to read a contract, and Galspan being the cold, soulless corporation who was actually responsible for your downfall in the first place, but... Yeah, see, Raymond, like, I kind of want one, and I could get one for fairly cheap.
Stand by while I...
But, like, what would I do with it? Like, if I'm hauling in this thing, I got problems already.
Hostile spotted. Give him what you got.
It'd be cool if my shields would come up just a little bit more.
Shields damaged.
Man. Seth, I don't know who you're after. My markers aren't working correctly. So I'll just follow your guns.
Enemy down.
Nice.
Check fire. Enemy down.
Jesus, that's... Oh, I don't want to fight one of these things. I know there's going to be so many in Pyro.
Nicely done, rookie. I wish more of my students flew like that. Take a well-deserved rest and let me know when you're ready for the next lesson.
So Raymond, I have at least one LTI Clipper package from CIG, one LTI Golem package from CIG, and like I said, if I can remember the passwords to the alt accounts I made for the Dragonfly Star Kitten thing, I have also a, I believe, Mustang and maybe a Clipper, but for sure, not Clipper, Cutter. But for sure the Clipper and Golem. Not the Ox, just Golem. You know, Wolf, that's a good idea. I don't feel like yellow should be, like, I don't feel like it should be yellow until it's like 90. Oh, Ken, there's no salvation when it comes to Drake ownership. Okay, so the door took some damage. I mean, I can live with that. Can we fix the door? Raymond, I think you might be right, but still. Is it this door? Or is it that door? I should actually show you the damage when you scan the thing. Or maybe. Okay, what's this? You say repair is not needed unless Zenith already did it. Right. I think I've got one loaded. Maybe. 98%. Wait, do I even have... No, I don't have any on me. I have to hit the lockers. Where are the lockers on me? You can tell I don't live in one of these things. Exactly, Raymond. We have to come up with the kooky phrases for it. Is it on the main deck? Where do the poor skippers live? Where do we live on this thing? Aha! There we go. Thank you, Zenith.
You're excited. This is the lesson you get to take on a Corvette complete with escort ships. This is something the old Navy pilots don't take lightly. So I want you to choose your ship carefully. Now, I've known some students to go ahead and bring friends back. Just don't show up to the training site unless you're really ready.
All right.
Shields off.
Wow, this is right above. Yeah. That side. Okay. You know what? We'll use this to get there.
Auto drive is now off. Auto drive is now off.
I'm tired of being zoomed in like this every time. That's annoying. So you're telling me that right now this thing has 2 size 3 shields, has the exact same shielding as a caterpillar.
Auto drive is now off. Shields on.
Now, Injured, tell me about the stealth components for the Intrepid and the Ox. Like, I've heard a little bit about it.
Welcome, Rook.
Hey, Phaedrus. No, buddy, I'm late too. I am late too. We're doing some component testing.
Hostiles heading to your position. Prepare to engage.
Radar contact.
Oh, there we go.
This'll shut you up.
Shields damaged.
Got a surprise for ya!
Enemy down. Enemy down.
You know, maybe we should do this in the TAC, because I don't feel like this was very fair to anybody.
Shields are off.
Did we just... Yeah? Did we just lose all power? Interesting. Interesting. I have no power whatsoever. Negative, Zenith. Shields went down. We immediately lost everything as soon as shields died. Actually, yeah, okay, if you're checking, you let me know what's going on. I'm gonna stay in the pilot seat. Yeah, seriously, as soon as that front shield went down, I lost everything. I have no power whatsoever. I wish I could see any sort of engineering from here. There we go. We got power again. I'm gonna see if I can get us out of here. Distortion? Why was there distortion?
Shields are off. Shields are off. Shields are off.
Nope, that's not what I meant to do.
Shields are off. Radar contact.
I see an issue. So we don't actually have a physical part for radar. So we cannot repair radar. So if radar goes down, there's nothing we can do to fix that. And you need radar for targeting. Which is going to be an issue. It really should make the radar component not take damage. Nah, Zenith, we can finish this off. We'll just keep full power to shields and see if we can play keep away. Although we're gonna have a heck of a time, you know, telling how far they are. Well, I think I know where they are. Is that the case? Zenith, can you find the radar and repair it? And I guess, I don't know, maybe other things. Because we are flying blind until we get that. Yeah, I can't even ping. We're gonna have to get radar up and running. I feel like I should be able to eyeball a hammerhead. Hey, guitars. We are experiencing some engineering woes. Anybody see a giant hammerhead out there? Alex, my engineer is currently looking for our radar array.
Radar contact.
Okay. You know, I tell you, I feel like the Perseus and the Hammerhead might actually be on equal terms. Hey, Brian! Oh god, that audio. Guitars, I haven't. I wish I had a VR headset to try it out with. VR is expensive. Trev, I have no idea. I am, allowing Sinneth to find it. Sinneth, I don't know if it helps, but Alex says it's in the forward compartment in the Perseus. Now, Guitars, which one is that? Is that the Facebook one? Or the Meta one? Like, do you have to have, I don't know, Meta accounts or whatever?
Radar contact.
Oh god, all that audio. I have an idea. It's to go really fast. Okay, Guitars, well, that sounds good. I might try to give that a go. I'll be honest, I ain't got a lot of disposable income at the moment, though. Yeah, Trev. There we go. Looks like Sinneth found it. All right. Probably not gonna hit any debris while we're sliding sideways. Good job, Sinneth. We can probably cancel all that now and put it in the shields. Put the rest in engineering. Unless, what is going on? Might just be display. Alright. That's all you, baby. Yeah, see, as soon as I was trying to turn it on, I just kept auto shutting off. Oh yeah, that audio is still... Ooh, still having a lot of issues. You know, Trev, you used to be able to. I don't know if you can anymore. Oh, God. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, I'm gonna let Sinneth handle this from here on out. Feels weird having to do drive-bys in a Perseus, though. I feel like I should really be able to tank this, but maybe a hammerhead is a Percy counter.
Pulled it off.
If we're gonna have limited,
Hit the showers.
you know, shields, and I guess the hammerhead is a cool counter to big ships. Oh yeah, torps. I keep forgetting torpedoes are a thing. Totally forgot about that. Kai, they're size 5s. Trev, I've never messed with VR. And Parker, I agree. Like, I know we were getting pummeled by tons of guns there, but... Alright, so... I guess this is a power plant that got wrecked. No, Phaedrus, you're not a terrible person. I don't think you're a terrible person at all for that. Alright, so that took some damage. What's the issue here? I barely took anything. Well, we're all out of armor. Hull's at 29%. Cooling system is kind of shot. Yeah, I noticed that, Sinneth. Like, literally, as soon as our front shield went down, our power plant just caved. Like, it was instantaneous. And I know we took a lot of shots, but those things shouldn't be getting through our armor in half a second. Hey, let me ask you a question. How good is your legalese? And I know any legalese person worth their salt would say I'm not legally whatever, you know, for any claims that I make or what have you. Oh, Brian, I'm sorry. Yeah, see, I don't really know how I would handle VR. Exactly, Sinneth. Like, we were in pretty pristine condition. We just went down. And I don't know, Trev. I know they come back once you claim the ship, so you could just claim a ship a whole bunch and, you know. Android, is that better or worse than what it used to be? No, that's fair, Phaedrus. That's fair. Oh, crap. Hey, did you guys notice that? I got out of the seat with decoupled and we stayed moving. That's new. I'm glad for that. Oh, Alex, really? That would be a great way to blindside an Idris, actually. Yeah, Sith, I'd like to, if that's okay. I'd like to try engineering out. Do some turreting and engineering. Give that a whirl. Am I going the right way? Hey Brian, what about when the Starlancer build comes out? Yeah, Seneth, you want me to get out and help prepare? Or are we gonna land somewhere? I mean, I'm cool with doing hand repairs. Can we hand repair the armor? Of course, Raymond. I think I'm standing taller than I should. Do we need to look for like where the ship got shot? How do we do this? You said repairable damage detected. Oh, Brian, that's all right, man. Happy birthday to you too. What'd you get to end up doing? Okay, what part of this is actually repairable? I don't feel like I'm finding it. Yeah, Brian, it is. Okay, well, I got that one up. Around the docking ports, you say? No, Raymond, you're right. Brian, I owe you a birthday song. I know it was a little ways back, but you still get one. Where could this be? There we go. There's part of it. Oh, Brian, how did that go? Never been to a basketball game. I've been to a football game. Oh, no, Raymond, I can't sing it for myself. Wait, no. I was catching it. Where was it? Where was it? I don't know, Seneth. I don't know if we're going to be able to complete this on a side of the road style job. Ooh, Ethan, who's playing? Yeah, see, like, this is okay, or where I'm okay with beams, because it's like, what part of this do I need to hit to repair it? I mean, Sinith, I'm okay with going into combat if you are. I'm gonna come back in. Mammoth versus Bruins. Yeah, see, Ethan, I don't think I've heard of Mammoth at all. Like, I've heard of the Bruins. There's a chance that we might get Banana Ball, which, you know, is basically just the Harlem Globetrotters for baseball. Well, like I said, Seneth, I'm good with taking this jalopy into combat if you are. I'm in the wrong turret.
Robotic space industry. Enjoy the ride. System check.
Oh, Coyote, that's sad. It's there she is. Yeah, Coyote, I was gonna say, didn't you tell me once that that's where you got your name from? Oh, I hate this audio thing.
Good. You're here. I'll notify the other pilots, and we can begin. Looks like you got inbound. Weapons free.
Radar contact. Shields damaged.
That looks dead. Chow, that sound, though. That really takes you out of the immersion. Hooray! Yeah, no, Athos, this is terrible. Release candidate, everybody. Huh, that's amazing.
Shields on.
As soon as you get to the turret, it's fine again. Seneth, were you having that issue by chance? think we took any extra damage. Well, now I have no sound. Now I have some sound. Oh, this is terrible. This isn't like a Perseus issue, right? Like, this is just the game? I don't like how it resets when I get in and out of seats. Yeah, Wolf, I figured it might just be a game issue and not a ship issue, but I just wanted to make sure. Really? Ah. See, I'll exit out and get back in and see if it fixes. Well, that's not good. Zenith, if you can hear me, my client has frozen, so I'm having to load back in. So, survive. Survive. I hope it's not the hammerhead one. Really hope it's not the hammerhead one. What is that, a memory leak, maybe? I'm glad it's not the hammerhead. Yours too, huh? Well, let's see. This will give us a good engineering, I guess.
Shields are off.
He sure does still look alive, doesn't he? Hey, beggars! Okay, so Dogs, you're also getting it with the Perseus. Then I don't feel so bad. I'm going to assume it's a power plant issue. Wow. They just keep targeting the power plant. Any day now. There we go. It better not be exploding. I just repaired that sucker. Well, I didn't bring a tractor beam. I feel like you should be able to repair the thing from critical. Oh, I hate that. Was it 21%? And whatever they did knocked it to 0. Oh, that's annoying. Still gonna blow, isn't it? You know, beggars, I don't know. I suppose we could. Maybe read something else. All right, I'm out of canisters. The lights are back on, though. Okay, well, now we're just down to power plant failure. Cooler failure. Cool. I need more canisters. I forget, where do the people live on this ship? Get back in, Zenith.
Warning, fire detected.
Gonna take a lot of these. What do you guys think that fire is? Brian, you can buy it at pretty much any depot. Zenith, do you have the fire? I don't feel like you're supposed to take elevators on a fire.
Warning, fire detected.
I would like to, Raymond.
Warning, fire detected. Warning, fire detected.
Phages probably. Where in the world is this fire?
Fire detected. Warning, fire detected. Warning, fire
I feel like she's treating this fire like I'm not taking it seriously. Not you, Zenith, the lady over the announcement thing. And I'm taking it very seriously. I just don't know where it is. Main floor. So I need to go up one. So I'm going to assume you're with the fire, Zenith. I was just in engineering. Ah. Wasn't I here? No, I was in the torpedo room. So where is
Warning, fire detected.
I'm gonna go find what do you call those? The firefighter. Okay, so this is not technically engineering. Well, now I feel goofy. Oh, that would be fun, beggars. Senate, if we can get this thing up and running, we should try to finish the fight. I'm sorry, am I out? Why can I not reload?
Warning, fire detected.
There we go.
Warning, fire detected.
All right, we got power. If you can get us moving or get shields up, I'm gonna keep working on these. Nah, Raymond. We're gonna refire a dying star. Seneth, you let me know when I'm good to take the turret again. I don't know, beggars, it might become that. No, Cindy, I'm just using the tiny little, you know, multi-tool. I would definitely suggest using the big one. Much faster. Where is the shield here? Oh, I hear that about fire detected. There we go. Okay, thank you, Seneth. Yes, yes, it's very nice about the fire. Are you telling me? Hmm.
Warning, fire detected.
Yes, your fire is very nice.
Warning, fire detected.
Beggars, it was very easy, but this is the Perseus. And we did take it into combat against a hammerhead. So there is that.
Warning, fire detected.
I will say, as soon as the shield dropped, this thing died, though. I don't know if they were just targeting our power plant on purpose. But, you know, Trev, there could be. I doubt it. Like, it says that it's, you know... Like, let's go check the other one, just to be safe. How's this power plant looking? But yeah, no, like, as soon as the shields dropped on this thing, and we were fighting a hammerhead, but we got instantly offlined. And I mean like, I don't mean like we took a few hits and then we were offline. I mean, as soon as we got hit, it was instantaneous.
Warning, fire detected. Warning, fire detected.
Now, where is the quantum drone? Hey, Ty, yeah.
Warning, fire detected.
That sure does look a lot like
Warning, fire detected.
engineering. Cindy, it's supposed to. It sure seems like that fire is in an area that we can't get to. Yeah, like we can't really get to that. I'm not even sure we can get the quantum drive back online.
Warning, fire detected.
We might just have to live with it.
Warning, fire detected.
Beggars, not much.
Warning.
Not much at all. Brian, the Titan Renegade is just a paint job and different components baseline.
Warning, fire detected.
Hmm.
Warning, fire detected.
I don't know if
Warning, fire detected.
Beggars, I can't really tell. I'm not hearing anything. You know, Smolt's got a really good point.
Warning.
The Nomad is good. Like, it's not as, what's the word?
Warning,
It's not as nimble.
fire detected.
Yeah, okay, see, they've got a fire in a room right here, which is the one I've been walking to, but we cannot access where the fire is in there. We're not dead yet, we're just floating. See, that cooler is on. And we can repair this. Let's get this up and running again. Yeah, if you're going into combat, I would definitely bring the salvage rifle. You know, Beggars, that's actually a thing that you can do in Pulsar, is you can board enemy ships and fight them like that in combat. It's quite nice. Come on. Also, am I missing a corpse? Shield is good. Both coolers are at 100. Yeah, Brian, no bet on that one. See, this thing keeps taking damage, and I think it's because of the whole, it thinks there's a fire. So it just keeps taking damage, but there's no way to stop this fire.
Warning, fire detected. Warning, fire detected.
You see, Texas, it's even worse than that. It's an invisible fire that is in this room, but in a part of the room that we can't access. Like, so we've got all the doors open.
Warning.
Like, I think the fire is like in there. But see, these are our jump components, like our quantum drive and jump drive. And we can't even target them to repair them. Like, they're not really here, or they're behind. I heard fire.
Warning, fire detected. Warning, fire detected.
See, there's something in our way right here. Like, they're gonna have to fix this because our jump drive and quantum drive are offline. And they're supposed to be right here. Like, if we look at the map,
Fire detected.
where we're at in engineering, which is right here,
Fire detected.
there's a fire right here. But we can't access it. And our quantum drive and jump drive are actually right here, but there's a wall right here.
Warning, fire detected.
Yeah, Wolf. Well, see, Alec, we are vented. See, like, we've got these doors open all the way here.
Warning.
That's open. So the fire is actually stuck in an area where it can't get out. I'm gonna try something. That fire was about right here. Wait, hold on. We can get into the ship right there, it looks like. Yeah, life support is off. Actually, I mean, life support is dead. Yeah, and I read about that, which is so dumb. As soon as any of this helped whatsoever. Engineering, ladies and gentlemen. Engineering. Hey, Luna! Gosh, when was the last time I streamed? And yeah, we're actually looking to go for a brick and mortar store, which is why I've been gone for so long because also while working bookstore, in my off days, I've been looking at tons of brick and mortar locations. Yeah, you know what? Might wait on picking up the Perseus after all. Can I not? Yeah, Trev, like, okay, do boats have fire suppression systems? Oh, God. And my headset has died. Fortunately, I don't need it right now. Yeah, like... There we go. I feel like a ship, you know, like this one, like not every ship maybe, but a ship like this one would probably have fire suppression. 1 second while I plug this in. Yeah, Trev, I don't hate the idea. Whoa. Wait, hold on, Sineth, were we in combat against the Polaris? Or are you talking about another time? You know, Trev, like that's... I know a lot of people complain about Beam Citizen. But... realistically, what else would repairing be? Because I feel like it's either going to be beams, which I know doesn't look as cool. But either you have to learn a bunch of techno-babble, Star Trek style, and learn an ultra-complicated system which is going to turn people off. Or it's going to be a series of QuickTime events. Or Far Cry style, where it's like, oh no, I got shot. Or it's like, I'm drowning and taking damage from drowning. I'm gonna wrap up my arm. Which admittedly is fun to do. But... oh, we're coming in fast. Okay, okay, never mind. Never mind, we're good. No, Luna, you can be critical. I've been gone for a long time. I deserve it. Go for it. It's okay. You can tell them like all the stepdads I had and that I've been absent from the people that were waiting for me. Yeah, Seneth, let me see what it is. Do I keep running to the wrong place on this ship. I do feel like ship familiarity is going to be a big thing. Especially because I keep running to the wrong place. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Alright, so hull is 0. Armor is 0. We did, beggars! Somehow the fire actually went out. Yeah, Raymond, could you tell me more about Lamp? I missed that one. I know, Brian. I'm so sorry. It wasn't even good milk. Thank you, beggars. You know, beggars, I thought about doing my best Chewie impersonation, but I decided not to. I figured I would save everyone's ears. Do it, Zenith. Make it whole again. That was... Yeah, you know, I'll say 62,000 to repair all that. Wasn't bad. I will also say, for the pounding the ship took, being able to actually salvage it and get it up and running is cool. Like, are there issues? Yeah, sure, but we were able to limp it home. You know, beggars, I'm almost done with Deep Space Nine. And I feel like whenever O'Brien is on screen, it's basically, let's make O'Brien sad. It's like, oh, let's put O'Brien forward in time and have him sacrifice himself. Or, oh, let's get Keiko possessed by Pa Wraiths. Yeah, honestly, beggars, I didn't know we had a Polaris hunting us that whole time. Even with this thing having power plant issues, it was impressive that we actually got it out of there. Trev, I would say this ship in the current patch is definitely more fragile, because you saw how quickly the thing died once engines or shields went out. Oh, what are you complaining about now? I don't know what you're complaining about, so I'm just gonna walk away from it. Side, it's got a lot of gun to it. That's basically it, man. Like, it's a nice large ship that has, okay, honestly, Side, when's the last time you tried to put cargo in a Carrack? Until they fix that, this thing is easier to load. So I'll give it that. It's a much smaller cargo capacity, but, you know, you can actually get stuff out of it. But it does actually have really nice guns when it's not instantly dying. Which hopefully they can fix before this goes live. And also, like, there are certain ships that have been poster childs. Like, when the Carrack came out, oh my god, everybody was so excited. And then, you know, the MSR came out, and usually when a ship comes out, it doesn't exactly meet the expectations of everyone waiting for it. But the Perseus was kind of the next poster child. It's like, oh man, it's got huge cannons. It's supposed to be able to dish it and take it. Oh yeah, no, Side, for sure. For a ship that's supposed to get shot at, you might want some sort of modicum of putting people back togetherness. Oh, Gold, I'm sorry. I don't think that's true. Yeah, Seth, let's do it. I'll be a better gunner this time. How do I make you be quiet? I don't think I can make you be quiet. That's right, Cindy. Although, it's weird that you have to be ambulatory enough to crawl your way up a ladder. And then use the med bed. I guess if you break a leg, you should just shoot yourself. And respawn. Oh god, Gold, I'm sorry. Dude, I still get those, like, huge coughing fits when going to sleep. You know, from the meds. And, God, it's so annoying. Ooh, beggars. You know, I actually don't have any, liquids on me. Tell you what, I'll go get some after this fight. Do I need to... this... There we go. Now I have power.
Welcome to Onyx Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check. Shields are on. Shields are off. Shields are on.
You see, Andrew, that's another issue. Is like the lore in the game very rarely matches up with how something is actually treated. Because, like, the Hurricane, the reason it had such a huge turret was because it was one of the few ships that could punch through Tevarin shields. Or like how the Gladiator used to be retrofit to be a salvage ship. And I think we all know that's not a thing that happens anymore. No way Gladiator is gonna be a salvage ship. Andrew, what's my range? 5 kilometers?
Target acquired.
Oh my god, that's beautiful. I didn't realize it could launch so many at once. Okay, you know what? That might change my mind on the Perseus. Land. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Enemy down.
Excellent work. You are an official graduate of Gilly's famous combat pilot training course, and I couldn't be prouder. You now have the skills to not only protect yourself in a dangerous verse, but you may have the makings of a truly exceptional merc.
Wait.
Wish you luck, and
Hey,
I'll see you
Senneth.
again next time you're looking
Can we go on the Polaris and repair? Oh, no, never mind.
This is Flight Instructor Gilly, signing off.
It might not have, yeah, never mind. Never mind. It's like we should repair it and fly it back, and never mind. That's not that's not viable. Yeah, Ken. Sineth just unloaded every torpedo available and was actually able to take it out with a spread of size 5s. I gotcha, Luna. Well, if you come up with something, if you get the energy, you can be. Tell you what, you want me to give you something you can criticize me on? How about this? When it comes to stories about giant worms that threaten people in the desert, I prefer Tremors over Dune. There, you can yell at me about that if you get the energy. Yeah, Ken, I feel like there's this thing that's popped up where CIG sells an overall mediocre ship that comes with amazing components. So people have to buy that mediocre ship so they can equip the components to other things. Exactly, Sineth, because, you know, our graboids here just aren't as smart. Now, Wolf, that's true, but that's just usually where they happen to appear. And I also feel like, you know, oh God, what the? Ow. I also feel like, oh, Muad'Dib over there is, I mean, he can go anywhere he wants to. It's just the whole planet is now deserty because, you know, he eats up so much water. Sineth, I could use a landing at a space station. Or just anywhere where I can find sustenance. Or we could try a smaller ship like the TAC and see how long it lasts. Maybe not against a Polaris or Hammerhead. Well, maybe Polaris. Because I'm not going to be doing combat all the time in a Perseus, because I don't know a Perseus. I might do it on attack, though.
Quantum drive is now off.
Yeah, but the TAC has 2 shields, right? Versus the max is 1.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Okay, Luna. Okay. Fair. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Ken. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. Seriously, thank you so much.
Shields on. Docking request approved.
I do enjoy working this thing, like the Percy. All right, Luna, what about... Oh, I see, Ken. I see. So it's a trade-off. No, that's fair. Entirely fair. Tell you what, Luna, if you want, you can criticize the book I'm currently reading. Or at least for my choice of books. So, the other day while working the bookstore, we had a particularly slow day. Because someone, who totally wasn't me, misread something. So I decided to start a new book, and I said, you know what, I should start reading something we actually have on the shelf. And I was looking through the shelf, and we have a book called Behooved. Behooved. It is a romantasy novel about a lady who has to marry a guy, and he gets turned into a horse. And I'm about 90 pages in. He just got turned into a horse. And I don't read a lot of fantasy novels or romantasy. Really, romance in general. I've read next to nothing in romance. But I tell you, this main character has to be the densest person ever. Oh my god, the absolute densest main character. Like, I'm pretty sure... Okay, I opened the wrong door. I'm pretty sure that lady's name is Osmium. Because she is the densest thing in existence. Yeah, Cindy. And Cindy, I'm going to be honest. I wasn't expecting a lot going into it. But you can buy my allegiance with puns. I bought an entire book series about a lady who opens up a cheese shop and solves murders just because the titles are things like Cheddar Off Dead. But this book is called Behooved by M. Stevenson. And again, I am inexperienced in the ways of romance novels. Yeah, Raymond, romantasy. It combines the romance genre with fantasy. So like, you know, oh, I was a strong knight, but then I fell and was nursed back to health by an orc, and maybe they're not so bad, and maybe our peoples can find love and also peace. And a lot of things like enemies to lovers tropes and things like that. Or it's like, oh no, they hate each other, but they have to stay in the same room and there's only one bed. You know, silly things like that. Which actually came up in this. They had to like go on the run and they're sleeping at this rundown stable. But instead of there only being one bed, there's only one stall. But they're in the, you know, they still hate each other phase. So they're trying to sleep on opposite sides of the stall. But it's really hard because he's a, you know, a horse. Is it good? Probably not. Am I having a fun time? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I mean, like, you can see the tropes coming 10 miles away. But yeah, like, it's you know, it's a book. And I could be reading things that I haven't read before. I mean, that is one of the things I haven't read before. Like, I could be reading good books. But am I? No. I'm reading Behooved. You know, Raymond, I wonder if a person got turned into a horse, like, would they know that? Would they know how to do that? Or, like, would they still lay down? Actually, I guess while I'm at the station, I could pay for my crimes. Oh, Brian. Is M. Stevens your pen name? Where do I pay my crimes? Oh, there it is. Yeah, Endred, like, okay, the thing is, very few things can maintain a well-done lore, especially if it's something that has to keep updating. Yeah, but beggars, Harry famously struck out, like, all the time. And the one time that he didn't, he got an STD. Because poor Harry. Oh, also, Phaedrus, I totally forgot to tell you, if you did want to, like, buy books, which, again, no obligation whatsoever. I know you'd asked me about it earlier. Until we actually get, like, a brick and mortar or can mail things directly, we have an account on bookshop.org. And I don't know what the actual kickback is, but I'm going to link it there. I know that if you order books through there and choose us, we get some sort of kickback on it. I don't think it's a huge kickback, but, you know, no idea if it's international, like if you live outside the US and it, you know. I don't know how that works. But I know you'd asked me about it last time I was here. I'm sorry. Is it not? Is the Campio thing not here? I thought it was here. Is it? Is it elsewhere? You see, Raymond, the only romancing the stone that I know of was the store that was way overpriced in like every mall in America. Thank you, Phaedrus. You should see our little logo. It's like a dragon attacking a UFO. Is it in the Galleria? Yeah, Faye, like we're actually looking at opening a brick and mortar. That's why I've been pretty much absent for the last couple of weeks, because I've been looking at tons and tons of spaces, and there's a space that we really want because it's next to the board game cafe that I do trivia at, and it's also in downtown. Like it's literally a block from the trolley stop, so you know we can get in all that downtown goodness. But they want money. They want a lot of money. And I don't like a lot of the terms in the contract, but I guess we can actually negotiate more. Like, I've already negotiated some. Yeah, see, Cindy, I miss Walden books. You know, okay, so Cindy, let me tell you a dumb story. Oh, crap, it's Platinum Bay. Thank you, Raymond. I thought it was going to be elsewhere. So, Cindy, let me tell you a dumb story, all right?
How's it going? That's nuts.
When I was a teenager, I discovered Steal This Book by Abby Hoffman. A bit of a rabble-rouser, you know. Sometimes protests are just a protest, but I would like to say had some, you know, decent views at the time. And Abby Hoffman wrote a book called Steal This Book. And it was basically a way to like rip off the government, be a general rabble-rouser hippie, and how to organize stuff in your community. And while a lot of people go for things like the Anarchist Cookbook, this was actually more of a civic-minded book. Like, it taught you how to get a free buffalo, how to become a minister so you could marry people, how to, you know, steal food from grocery stores. And while I never actually put any of that into use except becoming a minister, it's like, man, I don't want the government to know I'm buying this book. Now, I should have, of course, stole the book, but nobody had it on the shelf. And also, I was a real weenie. Like, I wanted to be a lot cooler and bad than I actually was. But I remember setting up a fake account with Walden Books so they could order it for me, and that way it wouldn't be tracked back to me. What is... I guess I have to select... So yeah, that was my big thing. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get a copy of Steal This Book, but I can't let the man know that I'm getting it. No, Beggars, that was another guy. And I know who you're talking about. Yeah, see, Cindy, without realizing it, I kind of pulled the Rusty Shackleford thing. Because as a kid, I would sign up for things with an email address, and at the time, I didn't know how to make an email address. So I would sign up for everything under wmason@hotmail.com. Because back then, you didn't need an account to verify stuff. Like Neopets, I would sign up for that under wmason. So, you know, when I went to order the book, I did the same thing. It's like, yeah, I'm Wesley Mason. And so if there's a W Mason out there, and you've just been getting a ton of stuff to your Hotmail account, I'm sorry. Cindy, I did not, but this was also before, like, a lot of security cameras. I paid cash for it. I didn't actually have a bank account until, like, 2011. I got paid in cash. I need a backpack. Raymond, so you didn't get him over there, but there was a guy who used to advertise on infomercials here who'd wear a suit, kind of like the Riddler. It was full of question marks. And it's like, I'll teach you how to make thousands scamming the government. And I think he finally got canned. Oh, I know, Raymond. I'm going to go find a backpack. They don't have guns here, do they? Okay, I guess I'm going to go back to the cargo. You know, Indrid, I never read the Dragonlance books. I actually have a couple in the bookstore, though. I'm trying to remember what I have off the top of my head. They're used. Actually, I think we have 2 copies of... I know it's number 5 in whatever Dragonlance series it is. Sorry, Seneth. I know I'm kind of wasting our time here. But if you're good with taking out a Star Lancer or anything else that's smaller than the Perseus, I'm good with it. Raymond, I don't think so. Oh, and the Arl's a medium backpack, isn't it? Which means I'm gonna have to put this on. Oh. And ruin my fit. Yeah, Seneth, I've got a Star Lancer, Max or Tech. Take your pick. There we go. Ugh. There we go. All right, what are we flying, guys?
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Yeah, Andrew, I think these are still under TSR, if I remember correctly. Is there a medium ship? I mean, I guess it's the Corsair.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Well, that's at Area 18. We could fight in the Hull Sea. Does it, Phaedrus? Interesting. Yeah, how about that? Let's try it the Star Runner.
Please visit us again. Goodbye. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to...
Seth, how do you feel about the MSR? We ain't gotta do it. I'm just, you know. Worst comes to worst, we can go use it to pick up something else so you can spawn something cooler. I understand if you don't want to step foot inside the ship. It's so big. You know, this thing would look a lot cooler. Oh, but you just threw a fire extinguisher at me. If it could sit lower to the ground. Like, I feel like it sits up way too high. It's very... Here we go. Very wide. Troy, I am so sorry. I actually owe you and Brian a birthday song. So Troy, if you want, I'll make it up to you now. Hey Sam, not lately. I did pick up the Clipper. I don't know if I'll keep it or not, but I did pick it up.
Systems on.
Beggars, it's not the Gore series, is it? G-O-R?
Launch complete.
I'm sorry, Luna.
Landing gear.
If you want, I will make up all of them right now. I won't even combine the songs for everybody. I'll sing a separate song for each person. You name it, I'll do it.
Thank you, and please visit again.
You know what? I like having a little bit of runtime. Yeah, Shark Lord, dude, that's kind of my issue, man. Yeah, Raymond? Besides, like, you know, when you get to the part where you say the name, it feels kind of wonky if you go all you guys or, you know, Troy, Luna, Brian. Nobody wants to be Troy, Luna, Brian. Like, you want to be your own person.
Shields off.
Nice to see you again, Rook. Won't be able to call you that for much longer at the rate you're learning. For your next lesson,
Brian, it really does.
Multi-cruise ships ready to take you on. Not only will you need to avoid turret fire, but these larger ships have multi-faceted shields. That means you'll need to focus your targeting to completely take out a shield face if you want to start doing.
Well, tell you what. We're going to start with Brian.
Make your way to the training site when you're feeling brave.
Actually, let's start with Luna, because she's the one I owe it to the longest. So, without further ado, this is your time to join in if you know the words, or your time to mute it if you don't want to hear it. So let's do it.
Quantum travel.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Luna. Happy birthday to you. Happy very late August birthday, Luna.
Travel engaged.
I hope it was a good one. Now, who do we have? We have Brian and we have Troy. Troy, when was yours? And I might try this during combat. We'll see how well we go.
Shields on.
You guys ever tried combat singing before? Oh my god, does that make me a bard?
I'll let everyone know to start.
I don't want to be a bard. Yeah, beggars, that series is famous.
Looks like you got inbound. Weapons free.
December 3rd. Brian, when was yours? Connie, Gladius. Alright.
Attack.
I'm gonna go for the Gladiuses first.
Where are you? Help me!
Ooh.
Shield failure.
Alright, let's not face tank that.
Something with your name.
November 24th. Alright. We're gonna go for Brian next then. So Brian, this one goes out to you, buddy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Brian. I hope it was good. I hope it was a real good one. Now let's use our missile strengths, huh? I'm going to assume that's a lock.
Heads up!
That don't look like a lock.
Attack on shields.
Gonna buy us some distance, Zenith. Yeah, Alex, I really enjoy it. I fired those way too. Alright, shields up.
I'm hit.
Target destroyed.
Alright. Where are we on that other Gladius? There it is.
Got something
Get some
for
distance
you.
on him. And Troy. Oh, Troy. I can't forget you, Troy. And Troy, your birthday.
Attack.
I just want to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Troy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Troy.
Target destroyed.
All right, let's get some distance, then come back on this Connie. Happy birthday indeed, Troy. Sure doesn't feel like it. I don't think that locked.
Attack on shields.
See if we can hug this thing. Keep the main guns off of us. Actually, Seneth, can you target those turrets? We can lock those down. We can prevent the main guns from hitting us for a while. Oh, maybe. Actually, I'm gonna pull this off. We got a bloody nose. Of course, Troy. I feel like we should have a lock by now. Those don't look like they're locking, do they?
Attack on shields. Missile locked.
Shield out, time to fade, heroes. Let's get that shield back up. At least the shield comes back quickly. Granted, it kind of fades quickly, too. Oh, Phaedrus, is that it? Oh, but that takes so long. Thank you, Luna. Alright, I'm gonna try to hug it this time, Seneth.
Attack on shields.
I don't know if it'll help, but, you know. Ah, the MSR turns so slow, too. Screw it. Give it all you got.
Shields off.
Uh-oh. That's our power plant. That's gonna be all you, Seneth. Try to get us out of this mess as soon as you can get it online. Come on.
Engines on. Engines off. Shaft low. Engines on.
All right.
Shields off. Shields on.
Good job, Sineth. Ooh. Sineth, I think we lost radar again.
Attack on shields.
Yeah. Either that or maybe I can turn it on from here.
Contact.
Okay, there we go. Radar's back, baby. Oh, you know what? We probably need a cooler. Yeah, Apple, good to see you, buddy. All right.
Target destroyed.
I wish more of my students flew like that.
Huh.
Take a well-deserved rest.
That feels weird.
The next lesson.
That doesn't feel like that should have happened. Good job getting us back online, Sineth. Hey, Cam. Morning, morning. Yeah, injured, like it's quick. It's just it wallows, you know. Sineth, do you hear fire? Or is that just, you know, what do you call it? Ambient fire. Maybe it's just ambient fire. Yeah, like where would radar be? Like if I was a radar. No, it's lights. I got it up and running, like we're good again. We got power back to radar. Okay, then it's just ambient fire. For the holidays. Alright, yes, we're up and running again. You know, cameraman, it's got its ups and downs. Ups and downs. We brought back a Perseus from death like 10 times over while fighting a Polaris. But there's definitely some parts where it's like, okay, actually with that same Perseus, as soon as our shields went down, our power plant went from 100 to 0. And I mean the second our shields were down while fighting a hammerhead. And that wasn't particularly cool, because it was odd that lasers would penetrate and auto kill our power plant. And like, I get it after some attrition, but this was instantaneous. Yeah, Raymond, you know, okay, the MSR and a bunch of other ships suffer from being designed before other systems were thought up. Although I might have to pack it up, unfortunately, here in a little bit. Let's see. Sineth, you good if I take this thing back to Area 18? Andrew, it's actually, I think it's in engineering. You know, that little room off to the side for the cargo hold.
Quantum travel.
Also, Sinneth, thank you so much for riding with me and showing me some engineering stuff.
Quantum travel complete.
It's very informative. Also, just so you guys know, as long as I make it tomorrow, I don't think anything's coming up. But you know how things go.
Quantum travel
We will have
engaged.
several giveaways. Got a couple of ships from CIG to give away, and like I said, if I can remember my passwords to the referral accounts I made, I'll have some ships to give away there too.
Quantum travel complete.
Hello, sir. Not so bad. TPT, is that you? YouTube is still showing me like people's default handles, not what they've actually typed in. Brian, I'm probably going to aim for more the regular time that we usually go for. So I think it'd probably be about 1 p.m. Central for you. I mean, it might end up being 2, because, you know, like I said, stuff gets in the way. I got you, Raymond. Okay, now I'm with you. Also, Brian, is the job in Dallas going better than the old one? Like, I know you kind of switched roles a little bit.
Landing gear down.
A Q? Oh, God. You could just blind people. No, Andrew, I believe that. It actually feels... I don't like... I know it does salvage, but it doesn't really feel like it was designed for salvage, you know? And Seneth, have you ever played Pulsar Lost Colony? I think you'd love it, because one of the things that crews love to do when there's not a lot going on is just spraying each other with fire extinguishers constantly, blinding each other. Oh, Seneth, you should. Seneth, if you ever pick up Pulsar, let me know, and when I'm free, I'll play with you. Did I ever get my assignment? Did I? Yeah, Mocop. God, I love Pulsar. I want Star Citizen to steal everything they possibly can from Pulsar. From gameplay to engineering. Actually, I don't know if it's still true, but in Pulsar, so you actually have to worry about your core overheating and things like that. You could actually use a fire extinguisher to cool down your core.
Alert.
Like, it wasn't super powerful, but it gave it just like a little bit extra 1%, which was so fun. Oh, Cindy, it does. So Cindy,
Landing.
Pulsar, your ship has like 5 systems, so you've got your reactor, and it diverts power to shields, engines, science, and science covers everything from sensors to being able to run programs to hacking other ships to give them debuffs, and also your weapons. And when your shields go down, when you get hit, damage can go to those. And if they take enough damage, they will be on fire. Speaking of damage, so there's a fire extinguisher mechanic, and the fire can spread, and the fire in that game is dangerous. Like, it doesn't matter what species you are, fire will kill you. And also you have to worry about smoke inhalation. A lot of people actually just turn off life support and then put on a suit, which I think is cheating, but you know. But anyway, so you've got a fire extinguisher you can equip. You can also get more powerful fire extinguishers, but people just love running around just doing this constantly to each other. It's so fun. See, Brian, I'm glad you get to spend more time with your family, man. I am really glad for that. Senneth, you good? Okay, you are safe. Okay.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
You know, Raymond, I can see that from the UFO perspective.
Your vehicle has been reclassed.
Oh, I forgot to repair. You know, it's PTU. It's fine. You think this will be the release candidate, guys? I think they need to improve the Perseus just a little bit more. I would love to try this out in VR. You know, I think I've got a friend who's got a VR headset. Might steal that, borrow it for a little bit. But all right, tomorrow we'll be back and do a couple of fun little giveaways. Oh, Cindy, of course they will. I hope so, Raymond. Hopefully it'll fix more things than this one does. Oh, Senneth, you might want to ride out so you don't get teleported or goobied or whatever when I leave here. Yeah, Cindy, that's fair. I mean, they've got, like, what? A week from now, basically.
Please be aware, the plan will stand consistent, and on our core, all UEE
Alrighty, good deal.
are still in effect.
Alright. Well, we're gonna wrap it up for now. It's been good seeing you guys. We'll be back tomorrow, more towards the usual time. I had to run around a lot today and look at amended leases and things like that. But all right. You guys have a wonderful night. It has been so nice seeing you. We'll have some more fun tomorrow. And as always, please have a wonderful night. Go eat something scrumptious. If you're looking for a book to read, I don't know if I should recommend it. But again, I am reading Behoved by M. Stevenson. If you like horses, maybe pick it up. There we go. That's that Pulsar gameplay I like to see. But all right. You guys have a wonderful night. Take care of yourselves. And as always, until next time, keep on trucking.